Hello everybody, we have a hair video today which is very exciting. It's something that you guys have asked me for a lot and finally I'm getting around to filming it. So this is my hair freshly washed out of the shower and I'm going to show you how I transform it from that into this. And this is how my hair generally looks most of the time when it's been freshly styled. I have naturally curly hair, which I believe falls into the curl type of 3A, and it's taken a lot to try and figure out what on earth I'm supposed to be doing with it most of the time. Back to the before, I'm just going to quickly show you what products I'll actually be using. I've got my Flairisol water spray and Denman brush, Moroccanoil and Redken curvaceous ringlets, Bouclem's curl defining gel and Bumble and Bumble's surf spray. I've also got a couple of notable mentions here. I've got this. It's basically t-shirt material, but it's in the shape of a towel, and this is really good and gentle for drying your hair. I've also got a microfiber version, which I don't tend to reach for because I just don't like the feeling of microfiber. I don't know if that's just a me thing. And then this really old, haggard t-shirt of my husband's that's really handy for hair plopping. So the first thing that I like to do is I re-dampen my hair because chances are I've been out of the shower for a little while and it's just dried a little bit too much. I know some people with curly hair like to do their hair when it's soaking wet, which I have tried, but it's not for me. I don't like the kind of curls that it produces. They're kind of a bit chunky and my hair's actually quite fine, even though a lot of people think that it's thick. It really isn't. The curls are deceptive. There's not actually much going on, so I prefer a much thinner curl than a chunky one. Next, the first layer to go on my hair is this original Moroccanoil treatment. This is just a sample size that I picked up in a Christmas beauty box, and I've been really liking how it leaves my hair feel really nourished and quite protected as well. In terms of how it feels when my hair is dry, my hair just feels really soft and gorgeous. So I've been really enjoying using this. I much prefer to apply this to damp hair and I concentrate most of it on the lengths of my hair. So avoiding the scalp if I can and just working my way down through the lengths and just finger combing it through, and it gives a really nice initial slip to the hair and it just feels so good. It feels like it's really nourishing and protecting my hair. Once that's done, I do like to give it a bit of a comb through. I don't always do this, it depends on how I'm feeling on the day, but I do just like to give it a quick comb through just to make sure everything is really evenly distributed. Next is my first styling product, and this is Redken's Curvaceous Ringlet Lotion. I've actually added water to this because it was running out and I couldn't get to the end of it. Look, see how runny it is? Very runny. I can't even show it to you properly because I did actually add a bit too much water. But I like the product so much that I just wanted to get as much use out of it as possible. So this is probably going to be showing up in an empties at some point, and I hardly ever have hairstyling stuff in my empties because you guys probably know that I have a hair care drawer of shame which is just filled with stuff that I don't like and I'm trying to make work. So when I do actually find something that I like, it's kind of a miracle, really. It's amazing. So I just apply this throughout my whole hair, combing it through again. It is quite runny, like I said. Normally the texture is a bit thicker than this, but I just scrunch it through, apply it to my whole head and work it right the way through to the ends. And in terms of what this product does for my hair, like the name would suggest, curvaceous ringlet, it definitely helps form ringlets, which for me is a look that I really quite like when it comes to curls. Once that step's done, I just like to shake everything up a bit and start getting that curl pattern going again because things can start to look quite smooth, and if I don't do this, then it doesn't translate to a very good finished look. So I just like to start the process of just giving everything a bit of a shake and getting those curls to come back out again. Next, we have got the final two styling products that I like to use. I've got Bouclem's Curl Defining Gel and Bumble and Bumble's Surf Spray. I don't know why I'm struggling to choose, because I do actually end up using both of them, because why not? And I'm feeling quite sad because this massive litre bottle, which has lasted me since July, I think, last year, as you can see, it is pretty much run out, which I'm very sad about. This is the nicest curl gel I have ever used. It's a very runny texture that's not watered down, that's just how it looks, and it's trying to escape, and it provides amazing slip to the hair. Honestly, I cannot begin to explain how awesome this curl gel is. And similarly with the other products, I just gently rake this through my hair and distribute it, again mainly on the lengths of the hair, and it's just a gorgeous gel, and I definitely need to get some more of this back in my life. Once that's been distributed, there's then a lot of upside down shaking and scrunching and just trying to again get that curl pattern happening again. I cannot stress enough how important it is to scrunch, even when your hands start to ache, because it just helps really get the product working. And even if your hair isn't actually that curly, scrunching can make a huge difference. Normally, most of this would be done whilst my head is upside down, because it just makes it that bit easier, but for the purposes of this video, I've just done it like this. Once that's all been distributed, the next option, if you so wish, is to use a cotton towel or a microfiber towel or whatever you want to use. Just make sure you don't use a regular towel, bath towel, the ones with the cotton loops in it, because as you possibly know, it makes your hair frizzy, and that applies for whatever kind of hair type you've got actually, whether it's curly or straight or wavy or whatever. Try and get out of the habit of just putting your hair up in a towel turban, you know, the kind of thing that I mean, that we've all done for years, because actually it's really no good for your hair at all, and it makes your hair really frizzy. So to use something like a cotton t-shirt or a microfiber towel or a cotton towel is a lot more gentle if you just want to soak up a bit more of that excess moisture, or indeed carry on scrunching. Another great option for using a t-shirt is to do hair plopping, which is what I've done here. So if you want to see a separate video on how I achieved this, then just let me know. But this is great if I can't be bothered to dry my hair using a hairdryer. I just plop my hair like this, and then I put my makeup on. And then by the time I've done that, I take my hair out and either leave it to air dry, or I just give it a quick blast with a diffuser and it dries a lot quicker. Next, it's time to dry my hair, and this is my hair dryer. I just picked it up from Amazon really cheaply. It's just got a regular diffuser attachment, and I really quite like this hair dryer. I don't really have any particular loyalty for certain hair dryers. I just like ones that have got a few different settings for heat and speed, and with a cool shot button, just to give me some choice. The only thing I would say with a lot of hair dryers with different settings that I have personally found is if you have it on a lower temperature, it tends to turn the speed up, and as yet I haven't actually found a hairdryer that doesn't do this. So I do tend to use it on the highest temperature, which I know isn't ideal, just purely because it's not actually blowing my hair too much, because the speed setting is also the lowest. Then it's just a case of being quite patient really. I do like to feel my hair every now and again just to see how hot or dry it is, because I don't want to overdo it in certain areas, and I don't like to keep it in the same place for too often either. So I just move it around and try my best to dry it as quickly as possible, but because my hair is quite fine, it doesn't actually take that long to dry really. For me, I have found the best results in any of my hair care routine is to have my head upside down. Particularly during the drying process, it helps give your hair a lot of volume at the roots, so that if you don't have a lot of hair going on like I don't, then it can actually make your hair seem a little bit more voluminous. So that's a really good tip that I would definitely recommend if it's not something that you do already. And again, I'm just continually checking to see how dry my hair is, particularly at the roots, just to make sure that I'm not overdoing it. So that concludes the drying section of this video, but we're not quite finished yet. There's a couple of other things that I like to do as well. It's usually at this point that I have put my makeup on and I've just really gently pinned my hair back so I can do that. And what that's allowed my hair to do is actually cool down and set the curl pattern. If you mess around with it too much when it's still warm from being dried, it will get really frizzy and you will lose a lot of that curl pattern that you worked so hard to get. Having curly hair is definitely not easy, and every time you wash and then style your hair, you're never quite sure how things are going to end up, and you can see that my hair is actually a bit frizzy. The way that I fix this is I just use the Flairosol to mist some water all over the hair again, just really lightly dampening it. I know this may seem like an absolutely crazy step to do, but I have done this for such a long time now, and for me it works really well to get the definition back into the curls again. It's not very often that I manage to dry and diffuse my hair and it come out exactly how I want it to. So most of the time I do actually take the time to do this extra step. Because my hair is being a little bit difficult today, I then decided to use some Bumble & Bumble surf spray. This is quite a new discovery for me, and I definitely prefer to use it on damp hair, either at the beginning of the process when I'm initially putting all those products on, or when I've actually dampened my hair down a bit. There's just something about how it works with water. It works really well, and it also reactivates with water too. So I've been really liking using this just to give me a little bit of extra hold and definition. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it air dry the rest of the way, because it's not really wet, it's just slightly damp, and for me that gives me the best results. And there we are, that is the final look. That is my hair 100% dry now. The Bumble & Bumble surf spray has really helped with the hold and definition of the curl, and like I said, it's excellent for second day, third day curls. It reactivates with a bit of water really nicely, so I've been loving using that spray. And let's just ignore the fact that my roots need to be done really badly. Like, yeah, did not realise quite how bad they were until I filmed this. So that is my complete hair routine. If you would like me to do some more hair videos in future, let me know, because I don't tend to do that many, but if you'd like to see some more of these, then just let me know, and I've got quite a few different things that I can share with you. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you're all really well, and I will see you again soon. Bye!